Stay-at-home mom breaks down. We are talking about the Colombo family. Let's dive in.
Danielle, I truthfully believe that you don't enjoy parenthood right now. What are you craving right now?
Purpose, you know. I need to be involved in something. You know, I just need to be using my brain.
You're isolated.
Oh, definitely.
And there's nothing wrong in feeling that. You need that stimulation.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Stay-at-home moms make up about 25% of the population. Now, some go into it thinking it's going to be great, and then it ends up not being what they expected. And then for others, they don't think they want to do it, and then they do it and they love it. Whether it's something that you wanted to do or it's something you didn't want to do, you're going to face some challenges that you wouldn't face in a traditional workforce. Check this out. Number one, the actual job is really demanding. This is so true for younger children as well as when you have multiple children. Another one is there's virtually no break from the routine. And if you do want a break, you need to schedule that break. You need to find somebody to watch the kids while you take a break, which adds another layer because you know if you are a stay-at-home parent or even if you're the primary caregiver, that when you give your children to somebody else, even if it is your partner, you're thinking, okay, do they know what food they've been eating lately? Or, you know, are they pooping on the potty now? All the different details. It feels like more work just to take a break than to not take a break. Another one, a big one, is you work alone. There's no meeting up for coffee at the coffee station at work. It's just you. If you want to have connection with others, you have to put in the effort and attend, you know, different mommy and me things and parenting classes and go to the local library. It's even more effort. Down here were a few that really stuck out to me. On top of your job changing, your physical body has changed. If you birthed your children, you're going to have hormone fluctuations. Whew. Boy, did I deal with some postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety. A big one is sleep deprivation. It's a form of torture. And then it's not just your day-to-day tasks of getting them to do this and getting them to do that. It's that mental load that you're carrying of, okay, when should I be potty training and what's the best way to potty train? And you're doing all that research. I will link this article in the description if you'd like to read it.
The real question is, who's Danielle?
Mommy, that's all. That's what I am right now. And it's hard. It's definitely hard.
You made a decision at the time, you know, with Joe that you were going to have a family. Was there a piece of you that afterwards thought,
oh,
you know,
yeah.
what about?
Oh, yeah, and you know what probably really set it off now that I'm thinking about it is it was a hard moment when
Mom is beginning to get upset, and what she said about priorities, I think rings true for people that aren't even parents. There are times in life where your priorities just shift. Maybe you have a parent that got older and you have to care for them. Maybe you've moved somewhere. Maybe you have a sibling that needs help. Maybe financially you're struggling and you have to pick up a second job. Your priorities are going to shift with these big life events. When you have a child, it's like having a full-time job. You just signed up for a full-time job with no pay. Actually, on top of getting no pay, you're going to be paying. It's going to cost you money. It's one of the most selfless decisions you can make. So I'm curious to hear what's upsetting you, Mom? What's deep underneath here?
like, you know, I was online and I just had saw that two of the people that were in my same class, you know, had completed their doctorate, and it was just like, boom, you know, the same thing I was supposed to do, so, you know.
What stops you from going out there and getting what you wanted?
It's like, okay, well, yeah, you can't have everything, you know, that's just not the way it goes.
Who says you can't have both?
This talk along the bridge is giving me all the feels. It's so sweet. This is one of my favorite sides of Jo, where she's encouraging mom and she's like, why can't you have both? No, can you have both to the same degree? I don't think so. She's not going to be going for her doctorate right now, but can we start with some online courses? And that's where the schedule comes in that we talked about the last time, is scheduling in time that's for you. I'll share it personally. This channel has been that for me. I was in the classroom as an educator, and then I left the classroom to have a more flexible schedule where I could raise my children and still work. So I started a tutoring business. I work evenings, I work weekends, and then it worked out so well that I never really went back. But at the same time, there was a scratch I couldn't quite, or there was an itch. I always confuse these. There was an itch that I couldn't quite scratch, and this channel has been that for me. Now, am I doing this every day? Am I investing as much time as I like to? I would love to drop videos for you all the time and be able to watch more families. And I get comments of, can you watch this or can you watch that? And we're growing and it's exciting. Anyway, that was a little side story to say, what is it you need? Being in tune with our own bodies is a great example for our children. When we can do that for ourselves and know ourselves, we're teaching our kids to also know what they need and check in with your body. What do I need right now? What do you need right now?
Check the routine, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. 11 o'clock. That's lunchtime. Julia's lunchtime.
It's away for that time. All that food, you have to let all that food do all its magic.
We got the schedule going. Mom's getting her breaks. Love to see it. If you are struggling and to do your own breaks because your kids keep interrupting, I recommend getting a visual timer. When the visual timer is on, you could start with just 5 minutes and then they play independently for those 5 minutes. When the 5 minutes are up, yay, yay, lots of praise. And then you extend it to 10 and then a little bit longer as your child gets older. So eventually they're up to an hour playing independently with something like, I don't know, Play-Doh. You don't even need to buy the Play-Doh. I make my own Play-Doh and it's so easy. I will link it in the description. Even if you're an adult and you like to play with Play-Doh, it's a great recipe and it's super easy. You probably have most of the ingredients already in your cabinet. You could dye it whatever color you want, or you could just leave it plain. When you do this with the visual timer, you don't have to feel bad because your kid is engaged in something. And then on the schedule, you know that later on you're going to be reading to them, you're going to be doing whatever with them, going outside with them. So it's okay to have those breaks.
I've been looking at the Master's in Social Work program, and also I was looking at a creative writing class too. I've definitely taken the first step, and that's the greatest step to take.
I think it's amazing. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, literally, you're like, how am I going to do this? I can't, I'm raising a family. And look.
It's exciting just to have it all kind of coming into place. Just the whole getting back into there is just, it's really fantastic. I am my own person and I can pursue my own dreams. And that's ultimately just gonna make me a much better mother.
Yes, I think it's important for kids to see us nurturing all the parts of us. I'm not just a mom. I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I'm a friend. I'm a lot of things besides just their parent, because one day they're going to be parents maybe if they choose to be. And I don't want them to turn in all the parts of them in exchange for just being a parent. So when I go on date night with my husband, do they love it? Do they want to be with a babysitter? Would they prefer to be with me? Of course. But they're safe and they're loved and they can both coexist. When I go on vacation with my friends, which I'm going this weekend and I'm so excited, it doesn't mean I don't love you. I can love my friends and love you. I can love my husband and love you. I want them to see that example. Now, tomorrow, we are going to be looking into how the Colombo family is doing now. I found Mom's Facebook, so we are going to be looking into those pictures and see how they're doing now. I'll see you then. Bye.